It's a Western Conference battle here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Lakers look to work home court advantage. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Take a look at the Warriors. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with the wins tonight, certainly.
I guarantee you the adrenaline is already flowing for both sides. And this means a little bit more to these players than just any game.
And Steve, it means more to the fans, too. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams get together.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Kuzmic is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Livingston in at the point guard.
Julius Randle had a great freshman season at Kentucky, amazingly consistent and dominant at times. But he still saw his stock fall a little bit. Concerns about his lack of length. He struggled at times to finish oversized. He didn't come up with a great number of steals or block shots. And the question is, will he be undersized or a defensive liability at the pro level? We'll see, but I think he's going to be a productive pro.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Shots good by Clarkson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here is Livingston. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. And Thompson kicks to Kuzmic. Banked in off the glass. And Randle struggled at times to finish over length. The low rate of steals and blocks, will he be undersized or a defensive liability at the pro level? That's been the question.
I don't have the answer to that, but it's certainly a good question. I mean, teams like their bigs to do 4 things: defend the rim, space the floor, rebound, and score inside. We know Randle can handle the last 2. Time will tell if he can get things done in the former 2.
Here is Livingston. Bryant comes with the double team. And so it's the Lakers with it. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the San Antonio Spurs.
That was a heck of a performance for them offensively. There were some stretches there where it just seemed like everything was falling for them.
And it wasn't by accident they shot it that well. Their ball movement was excellent. That was the key to me.
So it's the Warriors now. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Livingston passes to Spates. Kuzmic dishes to Livingston. 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Randle with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
4 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Russell. Clock at 6. Spates with a screen on Russell. Nobody near Barnes. Misses, and he wants that one back. The Lakers trail. Hibbert with the screen. On the wing, Bryant. Wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Here is Livingston. On the wing, Thompson. They set the pick. Shoots it. From deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
Well, looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the difference was they were badly out-rebounded inside, and it's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert. And he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year. And now is one of the guys you have to account for, really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
Thanks again, Doris. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA now.
Here is Livingston. The three from Barnes. Randall grabs the board.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Kobe kicks to Clarkson. Back to Kobe. Clarkson passes to Russell. And there's the rejection. Here is Livingston. And the pass to Barnes. Wide open look. Shot's good. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight. And the defensive improvement for Golden State has kind of been piece by piece. They've had the right strategy and motivation, certainly from the coaching staff. And obviously, Steve, a healthy Andrew Bogut has helped.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with what they've done the last couple of years in terms of their attitude, their personnel, the mindset to become more defensive-minded, and a much better rebounding club as well.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Black's checked in for Hibbert. Pass comes in for Randall. Brown is checked in for Kobe. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Russell. And the Warriors also making a change. Nate Train is checked in for Maurice Spates. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Here is Livingston. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. With all that Sean Livingston went through with his horrific injury a few years back, you know, Steve, it's amazing just to see him out there on the floor playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember seeing that live. It was one of the most awful things to see on a basketball court, and I just have so much respect for Livingston, the way he's continued to grind it out and carve out a career for himself. He's become a very, very good player.
Here's Clarkson. A 35-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. Bass dishes to Williams. Fires from the line, and they'll keep possession. Teardrop shot. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way.
And with Livingston, you know, he had to adjust the way he played after the injury, but was able to pick things up on the fly as he managed to be a contributor on every team that he's been on since the injury. And I think that says an awful lot about him as a player and as a person.
So it's the Warriors now, following the miss by Lewis Williams. Thompson misses.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Bass with it, working on Thompson. Brown kicks to Bass. Pass to Black. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, with Livingston, as you said, he had to adjust his game a lot, after the injury. But he was so skilled coming into the league that you knew he'd find a way to become a positive influence on the floor. He's not one-dimensional at all. He can do a lot of things out there.
And so here is Golden State following the bucket by the Lakers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. They get it back, but they'll get another chance. Bass passes to Clarkson. Outside Williams. It's blocked. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Here's Clarkson. There's 1:54 left in the first. He feeds it to Brown. Pass to Bass. Fires from deep. And it's Brown missing. Warriors leading by 3. Barnes with it. Williams picks him up. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Barnes. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Clarkson. And the layup is good. Golden State's gone 1-3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but then they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. So that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
And the Lakers with some changes. Randall's checked in for Bass. Bryant comes in for Brown. And it's Russell in for Clarkson. And the Warriors making a change here. Here's A-Train. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. He dishes it to Barbosa. Thompson outside. Passes it to Iguodala. The 3. Here's Azili. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. The Lakers in 5th.
Yeah, so much of their defense revolved around their ability to block shots in the low post. That's why their numbers were so good last season.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on that one. And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who've had the impact on a team and on the league the way Kobe has, as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in that category. In 2016, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Uh-oh, might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
And here's Thompson after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
The Warriors leading. Here's Azili. He kicks to Iguodala. The dish to Azili. Feeds it to Barbosa. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the 2nd quarter in just a moment.
On tap this Wednesday, November 19th, the San Antonio.
And the 2nd quarter. getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Lakers right now, Kobe and Randall at the forward spots. Lewis Williams out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. Williams and blocked. Now here's Thompson. 23 points his last outing.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
Lakers trail by 4.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well-guarded.
Barbosa with it. Picked up by Hibbert. Azili gets the bucket.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Outside, Kobe. Outside, Williams. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Iguodala, right side. Williams with the steal. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kobe Bryant certainly had a unique childhood, spending time in Italy where his father played professional basketball. Kobe said, "Once I moved overseas, the game of basketball became my refuge. I developed a passion and relationship with the game. My grandfather used to tape games and mail them to me. It was special just to sit down and watch the game." Gentlemen, over to you.
He's always had that passion. Thanks, Doris.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Russell against Thompson. Russell kicks to Kobe. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists here tonight.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Kuzmic's checked in. And it's Barnes in for Leandro Barbosa.
Harrison Barnes.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. 4th in assists. And they also showed up in the top 5 in blocks. A good, solid team at the defensive end of the floor.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out. For that three-point shot.
Russell kicks to Kobe. And stolen by Barnes. The feed to Iguodala. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, when you join a team like the Warriors with the shooters they have, you're bound to have some of that magic rub off on you. And that was the case for Iguodala last season, especially early on.
And with Iguodala in his threes, he said that he actually did hit up the Splash Brothers for some pointers on how to be more efficient from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and you know, he tied for his second best season from beyond the arc. Scary to think how quickly he was able to buff up that perimeter shot of his, and we know everything else he does is top-notch.
Henry misses.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Clarkson. And it's blocked. Another shot. Now Iguodala kicks it to Livingston. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Iguodala. Hibbert with the block. They recover it.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
That's good, and the Warrior lead has stepped down now to just 5 on the basket from Randall.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And that one good from Clarkson. Warriors leading by 5. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Speights trying to break loose. Here's Clarkson. 8 points for him. Dishes to Henry. On the wing, Kobe. From deep. That's good. Kobe's got 10 points in the game.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Livingston dishes to Speights. Now the pass to Livingston. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Speights. From 12 feet out. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Here's Clarkson. They grab their own miss. Here's Randall. Takes it up with... both hands and rips it down.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle, and he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
Timeout called the Warriors.
The Lakers last season, and this is a remarkable factoid here, folks, that was only the 6th time in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers had missed the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers fans are not accustomed to missing the postseason.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Blacks checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. And it's Russell in for Xavier Henry. A-Train, he's checked in for the Warriors. Sent away. And it's out of bounds, the Warriors. Lakers able to retain possession here.
18 seconds.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And for the Lakers last season, Steve, with the departure of Dwight Howard, you knew the team on paper had less talent, but the hope was that the chemistry would improve.
And I thought it did. The chemistry was good. Kevin, they just didn't have enough talent. And when Kobe and Nash went down, it didn't matter who was out there, who was coaching. You know, it was just going to be a situation where they were not going to be able to win enough games.
Lakers trail by 4. And here's Russell. He had 13 points in the win against San Antonio.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score. Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Kuzmic the pass to Livingston, and he throws it down hard with one hand. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Timeout called the Lakers.
Sean Livingston last season played really well for the Nets. He backed up Darren Williams, who was dealing with injuries, and also started for much of the year, helping keep the team afloat.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Brandon Bass. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 5, the Warriors.
There's not a whole lot to complain about with these numbers. I mean, they made a commitment to rebounding last year, and it was obvious. It showed on a consistent basis. They put great effort into rebounding the ball last season.
And Livingston at 6'7" possesses rare size for the point guard spot. He uses his length defensively. He's able to play off his man and still has the ability to challenge shots and contest shots. So he's a smart, talented basketball.
As the Lakers gain possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Roy Hibbert, how he performed last season. Put up 10 points a game, just over 2 blocks and 6 rebounds. And talk about difference makers. When he's down low, I mean, he changes the entire dynamic of the game.
Steve, whether it's glass eating or sending shots away, he's always making an impact inside.
And Livingston, a reluctant long-range shooter, but aside from that, Steve, able to do a lot of things to help you win.
Yeah, I love this guy. I mean, a stat sheet stuffer. He fills up a box score in every category, the length, the versatility, the unselfishness, and the defensive awareness as well.
Kuzmic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time. 2 right here.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equals their total over the previous 20 seasons.
And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then-record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning. Some of that is the new CBA. But regardless, I mean, they doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000. And they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
Kobe kicks to Clarkson. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. Vasili's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Sean Livingston. Here's Russell, and he gets it to go, and the Lakers lead by 1.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
There's the pick. It's Thompson off the drive. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Steve Kerr choosing to coach the Warriors. I've said this many times, said Kerr. This is the best fan base in the NBA. The 2007 clinching win over Dallas was the best atmosphere I've ever felt in my life. As a broadcaster, even as a player, I've never seen anything like that. Guys, he wanted to coach in that environment.
They're loud every night. Thank you, Doris. And that one's good. The Warriors trail. Barbosa passes to A-Train. And stolen by Russell. Pass to Clarkson. Outside, Kobe. Off target with his three. The Warriors shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Russell kicks to Clarkson. Here's Black, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
It's a close game here in Los Angeles. Barbosa against Russell. Passes it to Thompson. The high post shot, and the Warriors tack on two more.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
6 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot by Hibbert. Nobody around. No good trying to beat the buzzer. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us a bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Yeah, I just try to come out and play my game and stay aggressive, I need to score to help this team win. I think me and the perimeter players doing a good job of that.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the... break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
He went off in the first two quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Maurice Spates out there with Kuzmic. And it's Livingston in at the point. Rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. He kicks it to Livingston. Kobe against Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
And Barnes, the top overall recruit in the nation coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. But he didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. And he dunks it down. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
And I remember that run for Barnes. He would play as a stretch four and looked unguardable at times in their series against the Nuggets and then the Spurs. Definitely was hoping for more of that this past season.
Kuzmic gets the bucket.
You just can't afford to let somebody get that good position in the paint.
Well, it's more than trouble when he does catch it down there, Steve. He's never going to miss from that range.
Russell passes to Hibbert. The kick out to Bryant. He dishes it to Russell. Back to Kobe. Right side, Bryant. Here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Clarkson's got 6 points in the quarter. You know, for Barnes, it was an awkward place for him to be in. They brought in Iguodala, and he was moved to the bench. A lot of people thought that that'd be a boon for him, because he would be more focused on the offensive side of things with that second unit in particular and could really thrive.
Yeah, and the change in role and adjusting to being the first option with the second unit, I think was overwhelming for him. I think you have to remember Barnes is still a very young player, a lot of room for growth, very talented, very skilled, and he's going to get a lot better.
Russell kicks to Bryant. Back to Russell. The pass to Clarkson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the Lakers have been in a bit of turmoil the last few years, and it comes back to not being able to find the right coach.
A few coaches have been given looks since the end of the Jackson era in L.A., and needless to say, it's hard to replace a guy like that.
And for the Lakers, Steve, it's really hard to build something because there is a pressure to win now as well.
I would say that taking their time and not trying to rush back to winning would be the best thing that this franchise can do.
You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. Bad turnover differential and free throw differential, both things that have plagued this team.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Randall no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Then you look at the free throw disparity for the Warriors. Not the most surprising stat. They're more of a jump shooting team than a slashing team. But if you're going to settle for jump shots, then you can't also turn it over at a high rate. I think that's where they have to improve.
And the Lakers call time here. And Steph Curry, an all-star starter last season, but he also led the league in turnovers with over 4 games.
Well, the other side of that coin is he did set a career high in assists as well, but there's no question when you talk about him solidifying his place among the elite point guards in the league, and the turnover numbers have to come down, and I'm sure he'll work on it.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Black's checked in for Hibbert, and it's Williams in for Russell. Livingston kicks to Spates. Inside, Livingston. And the layup's good off the glass. Livingston's got 14 points.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Here's Clarkson. 19 points in the game. This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin?
Disgusted.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Lakers leading by 3. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
LA's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. It's Williams with the drive. That one goes. Count. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here is Livingston. He's got 14. Kicks it out to Iguodala. 13 feet away. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 7th assist here tonight. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Clarkson passes to Williams. Kobe attacking. Williams kicks to Clarkson. Thompson comes with the double team. Williams can't get it to go.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Lets it go from 11. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Andre Iguodala got off to a hot start last season. He shot 45% from long range through the first 2 months of the season. But after a hamstring injury, his percentages and his aggressiveness all seem to tail off.
And Steve, for Iguodala, the perfect example of a player who doesn't have to score to help his team win. He does so many other things.
He does, Kevin. He's an excellent defender. He runs the floor. He handles the ball. He's a good passer. And a pretty solid three-point shooter as well. Not a volume three-point shooter, but he will make selective threes. And so all in all, Iguodala, an excellent player.
Warriors trail by 7. Barbosa with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change, and that one's good. LA's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. The kick out to Williams. Feeds it to Kobe. Clarkson passes to Black. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Barbosa with the steal. Thompson for the triple. And the shot is good. Thompson's got 17 now.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? You can just rise up and bang down a 3-ball like that and get such separation with the height advantage.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
The Lakers in the lead. Outside, Russell. The dish now to Brown. Back to Russell. Launches a 3. Shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
Now the feed to Brown. Williams in the post, covered by Barbosa. Williams dishes to Brown, kicks to Russell. Clock at 4. Williams outside. The shot will not go.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And the foul on P. That's his first foul. Here's A-Train. On the wing, Thompson. Hibbert on the double team. A-Train, the pass to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Festus Ezeli missing time last season recovering from his knee surgery. He's trying to regain his form after a rookie season which saw him start 41 games.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day. And Ezeli re-injuring his MCL and PCL ligaments toward the end of his rookie season. He first strained that knee in his senior season at Vanderbilt.
And for Ezeli, only 6 years of work. Basketball prior to even entering the NBA.
Yeah, he's young to the game, and you can see it sometimes in how he plays, but the size and athleticism he possesses are really valuable assets, and I think he's got a chance with work to be a contributing player.
Blacks checked in for the Lakers. Ryan Kelly comes in for Brown. And that one's good. Kelly, guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
Here's A-Train. That is good. A-Train's got his second basket of the game.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
Russell kicks to Kelly. Russell against Iguodala. The drive by Russell. Williams with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And 12 points for Williams.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Back to Barbosa. Pass to A-Train. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Dishes it to Barbosa. That drops. Barbosa's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Russell dishes to Kelly. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. He's got 17. And it's sent back by Russell. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Substitution for the Warriors.
6 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Just 4 seconds left in the third.
I'll tell you what, he'll get some of those hustle points if he keeps boxing out like that.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors ahead, leading by just... Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Ryan Kelly out there with Randall. Then it's Williams. Then it's Russell. And it's Black in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Barbosa. Misses the 3. The Lakers trail. Fast break. The Lakers. Williams is running. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
Russell inside. Here's Randall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, you know, the Warriors have been a tough team at home for a while now. It's in the last few years where they've proven that they can get it done on the road as well.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Livingston passes to Barbosa. He feeds it to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. Russell against Barbosa. And it's Barbosa again missing.
Well, the Warriors did more than hold their own on the road. I mean, they slowly have become one of the best road teams in the league. 24 wins away from Oracle last year.
The drive by Russell. Goes back up.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
He's off on the first.
At the line for two.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, they seem to be looking for chances inside a little bit more this half.
And I love that mentality. You talked about it earlier, being the aggressor. It's the right way to play with the lead. Keep attacking.
Livingston kicks to Kuzmic. Pass to Livingston. And he gets the bucket. Back on the topic of the Warriors, those 24 wins, Clark, were actually the third most in the entire NBA.
That really is something. Only the Spurs and Thunder won more road games than the Warriors did. And when you get hot like this team can, you can win in any building, and they proved that.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Russell. Passes it to Williams. Second shot opportunity. Kelly dishes to Williams. Pulls it up. Bullseye. Williams has got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, an awful lot to like about that shot from Williams.
Barbosa passes to Livingston. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just one on the bucket from Spates.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots. Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Livingston kicks to Barnes, and it's rejected, and they're able to recover. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. That's good. And that's now 19 points for Lou Williams.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Here is Livingston. He kicks it to Spates. It's Leandro Barbosa on the way. He dishes it to Spates. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Spates has got 4 this quarter.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
And it's Russell missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his third foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Barnes dishes to Spates to take the lead. Kuzmic the pass to Barnes. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. In low to Spates. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Kobe's shot is off.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Brown is checked in for the Lakers.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. And number 4 for your Lakers, Anthony Brown.
Here is Livingston. Spates sets a screen. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's good, assisting on the play. With Livingston. Livingston's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. The screen from Brown. Here's Clarkson. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Kuzmic kicks to Spates. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him.
And that one's good.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
The Warriors trailing. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Hibbert with the screen. Out of bounds, Golden State. Takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And it's Golden State's ball. Livingston dishes to Kuzmic. Comes up empty down low.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
A 3 ball. And that's good. Kobe Bryant for the triple. And the Lakers lead by 5.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Livingston passes to Spates.
Maurice Spates, a big man with a nice shooting touch. Last season, an uptick in three-point attempts for him, and that might be a good move, developing the shot outside the arc. The three and the way the game is played now is much more valuable than the long two-point shots.
And Mo Spates, a backup big for Florida during their second NCAA title in 07.
And he declared for the draft. In 2008, he's taken 16th overall. He's been a solid rotation player throughout his career. He could probably improve a little bit defensively, but offensively, he's got the ability to score out there, both inside and out.
Clarkson, offensive rebound.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Here's Thompson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Brandon Bass.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Thompson. He's got 21 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
Ian Kelly, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Timeout called the Warriors. A lot of strange things happened last season, but one of them was having a playoff bracket with no Laker presence.
Well, don't expect that to happen very, very often. I mean, it's rare when that is the case. It's been a while since they were completely left out of the playoff picture, and that's not going to be the norm going forward.
Randall's checked in for Ryan Kelly. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. With a deficit as we approach the final buzzer, he stayed upbeat, saying, listen, we can battle back, fellas. Just stay with me. I need all-out effort here, and we can bring it home. Fellas?
All right, Doris, thanks. Hibbert with a screen on Barnes. Here's Clarkson, covered by Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson kicks to Bass. And it's off the back rim, no good.
For the Lakers, it was the first time since the 04-05 season that they didn't play postseason basketball. Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Lakers leading by 5. Here's Clarkson. On the wing, Bryant. With the fadeaway. And he gets it to go. Bryant's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
Well, the Lakers are a franchise that not only expects to play in the postseason, but they anticipate and expect making deep runs into the playoffs and ultimately winning championships. They have the means, the resources to get back in that position in a hurry. So I'll tell you what, I wouldn't feel too bad about their postseason streak getting broken.
Timeout called the Lakers. Black's checked in for the Lakers. Williams comes in for Bryant. Here's Clarkson. The pass to Randall. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. It's tipped. Livingston versus to Kuzmic. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Those free throws edge them a little closer. A couple of stops on defense, and they might not be down for long.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Clarkson passes to Williams. And Kobe, here we go. 6 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. Spades has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Livingston kicks to Barnes. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. And that's now 10 points for Barnes.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
A minute 20 left in the game. Here's Clarkson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Williams with the steal. Here comes the break. On up the court. Buries it. Timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 1. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. Russell comes in for Lou Williams. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Plenty of space. It falls!
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Russell passes to Clarkson. Feeds to Kobe. It's hauled in by Kuzmic.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Boy, what nerves. Those free throws now put them in a very good position. 3 points ahead.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And here's Randall. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Three-pointer. Williams' shot is off. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And it just feels like those are the free throws that probably put this game out of reach.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 6. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very